today we are featuring Chronixx. So stay tuned, you're in for a treat. Keep it locked.
Love at first sight. And then I met a girl this morning, and she was beauty to my eyes. I asked her where she from, she tell me in the tropics. She asked me what's my name, I tell her I am Chronixx. And I said, girl, tell me what's your name. She tell me that her name is Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile, yeah. Smile for me, Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Hey, smile for me, Jamaica. Never you cry. Here am I. Yeah, I'm here for you, Jamaica. Dry your eyes, girl, smile. Smile for me. Oh, hey, she got a rich history. A beautiful woman with the sweetest gifts. Beautiful sunrise and an evening kiss. Of a nice sunset on the evening season. But she tell me, say she try her hard. Tell that they exploit and the liar. She get them reggae, get them beaches, get them flowers and the ferns. All she got, all she got. But I said, don't you worry yourself, mama. Chronixx is here to your help, mama. I said, don't worry yourself, mommy. I one thing me, I beg you do. And I said, smile, girl, smile, yeah. Smile for me, Jamaica. And I said, smile, girl, smile. Oh, well, no, 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 no. And I said, never you cry. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm here for you, Jamaica. Dry your eyes. I said that sweet, sweet Chronixx, you fi give them. They wanna drop a beat pan a rhythm. Now you give them bop with a different steppings. And you give them ball, nobody can run left him. Could you believe? But see them think you're out of idea. You give them art and sweet literature. You are gonna make the world see the better picture. Oh yeah, I said no worry yourself, mama. Chronixx is here to your elbow. Don't you worry yourself, mommy. One thing, oh yeah. And I said smile. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I said smile. Oh, smile for me. Never you cry, oh no. I'm here for you. Never you cry, oh no, no. Why, oh, tell me how you feeling. How do you love reggae? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Kingston, Rastafari.
Today we are in the beautiful and exclusive location in Stony Hill called The Knoll, and we have with us the very talented Chronixx. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Blessed, give thanks.
So tell me, you have, as I stated before, you have been all over the place, right? What have been some of your more personally gratifying moments that you can say, yeah man, that moment there, it marked for me, it landmark that?
We have had a few of those, you know, as a band and as an entity. You know what I mean? I try and involve myself in every aspect of my career. Management, the musical direction, everything. So I share a little bit of everybody's, you know, of everybody's achievement. So we're the band where we performed at One Extra Live in Leeds, UK, you know, and that big stage with everybody, with all of the big international, world-renowned artists, them, and you know what I mean? It's not for that reason, but for the reason being we were the only independent people on it. We were the only unsigned band on the show, and for sure, say BBC, One Extra would reach out to an entity in my head as small as Zinc Fence, and really, you know, I really share that achievement with the band dearly, you know what I mean? And I share it with management as well, if we can negotiate certain deals as an independent group. You know, Barnes and Zion, they have been very...
Who is Barnes and who is Zion?
Well, Daddy Barnes is my manager, you know what I mean? And Kiki, our right name is Zion Tomlinson. The two of them, you know what I mean, they make a very powerful entity, you know what I mean? Along with Shades, Romy Arnett, also known as Teflon from Zinc Fence Records, you know what I mean? Even the extended family, you know, outside of just the record label and the management. When you look on Pierre, you know, Pierre is also the third person in Zinc Fence management, in Chronixx music group. There's Daddy Barnes, Pierre Bose, Zion Tomlinson. Then we have a very good legal team, you know what I mean, which everybody just come together, and I don't like to list out everybody's name,
sure,
but
for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I share a little bit of everybody's achievement.
Which is right.
And I think for the whole year, being able, the first time I ever tour was with my band. That within itself, that happened in April of last year. That within itself is the high point of music for me. And I mean, some people don't really get the opportunity to do that until later down. My first experience touring was with my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I even was watching an interview with Shaggy, and him was like, boy, right now, I learned something from Chronixx, and Chronixx, he was saying that he was advising you against it at first.
You know, Shaggy, you know, I must also, you know, give great respect to Shaggy and, you know, all of the others who have represented Jamaica in whatever form on the international stage, you know what I mean? Because what them do is really warm up the platform for we, you know. Probably it's not them create it, but them warm it up, them grace it first and show a lot of people that this stage can be graced by Jamaican talent, you know what I mean? So, I have to give thanks, you know, but what happened is, what I was trying to say in music industry terms is that there is no one way to do music. You know what I mean? Every artist is an entity by himself, and just like our Red Stripe of a use a different strategy from probably a next company. You know what I mean? We are all entity. Each artist is a company and a brand and an entity by himself. And there's no one way to market an artist because everybody is different. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't want the same sponsorship as my brethren J Island or Kelisa, and you know Kelisa probably don't want to tour like how I tour. You know what I mean? So every artist do things different, and that's what we, this generation, are saying. And I really admire the way how all of us, you know, even with being one movement, because we take on that movement. We take on that movement title.
Which is right.
From it was an idea stage. You know what I mean? Before the word reggae revival come in, you know. Me and Kabaka, before I even hear the word reggae revival, me and Protege and Kabaka and Kelly Sadem and J Island, Micah Shemaya, Infinite, the whole of we've been doing shows together. You know what I mean? Jana and the whole of it, and it was really the wider audience, because reggae revival wasn't, as I know, it wasn't really the name for us. But when as Christ say, I am what you say I am, you know what I mean? And if when I go out there and say, what do you call us? And them say reggae revival, then so be it.
Nah, for sure, because the way I see it is that yeah, definitely that name get put on the movement.
Yeah, and it's not a bad name. It's not a wrong name. You know what I mean? Because reggae revival don't mean that reggae was dead. Because you can't revive something that was dead. It not name reggae resurrection. It named reggae revival, which means it's not that it was dead. Because as long as I can remember, there was always a top reggae artist on the scene. Always. You know what I mean? When it wasn't Sizzler, it was Jamaica. When it wasn't Jamaica, it was Jackiro. When it wasn't Jackiro, it was Fantan Mojo. When it wasn't Fantan Mojo, it was Lutan Fire. There was always a reggae. I always had a reggae icon, which was current. So, I mean, if say reggae, we are trying to imply that reggae was dead. I mean, that makes no sense, you know what I mean? Because ever since Bob Marley, ever since, even before Bob Marley, ever since Ska, Jamaican music has just been constantly growing and evolving. It has changed form 1,000 times. So like, who are we? You know what I mean? I don't think anybody is trying to imply that. All we are saying is that there's a level of recognition that we weren't getting that we are getting now.
Speaking of recognition, I'd say it's been a crazy ride like this past year and a half for you as an act that basically is now a household name in reggae. Is it pressuring with the fame? Like, how has it changed your life? How your life changed since?
Well, I'm not famous. I'm not famous. That's first thing. I'm not famous. Because if I want now, I can fly for less than 3 hours, go to countries in the world. I don't even have to go to the next half of planet Earth. I can go to places as close as possible to Jamaica and go buy some food. I'm not famous. Like, you know what I mean? And you are what you say you are. You know what I mean? I'm no famous person, I know nothing. Because with fame there, fame put you in a very unreal world where things become very unreal and you feel like, you know, you become superhuman. But at the same time, if a man thump you in your face, it's black and blue. Said we like if me thump Angelina in face. You know? We is flesh and blood really and truly. We is body, mind and soul. We is spirit. We is physical, we is spiritual. We are all one entity on earth. And here we're going now. Fame take you out of that entity there and put you even in a lower stage. It put you even in a more physical world than what we are already in, because no fame don't exist in the spiritual. Nobody is more known than anybody else in the spiritual realm. You know what I mean? It's that only exists in the physical, and for you to even step a step further to say I am more famous than Drew, you know, because I am Chronixx, you go down to second dimension now. You know what I mean? Very basic sense of living. You know what I mean? I can't live like that. Me, I forgot to market a weekend time, go buy my food. And, you know what I mean? Me have to walk, and when my head hurt me, I have to bawl out, say, boy, my head hurt me. And, you know what I mean? When me have diarrhea, I have to talk, say, me have diarrhea. Me can't bother with fame. Fame make you have diarrhea and don't want to talk. You know?
The realest of the real. Can't get more real than that. Yeah. Exactly. So you have accomplished so much in a fairly short space of time, you know, in your career so far. What can we expect for your future?
I don't even know any more time I sit down and fret for the future to what. Then, who is me? He's not God. So, make the future.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, because them things they will make you mad and grow all grey here. Me's a man where me already look older than how me is already. So, like, we got to take on the next level of stress. Music has stress, you know. Music business, you know. And through me enough, more time I find myself over in a music business and it stress me. Yeah, as I look at youth, me look like some old people that go through storms and everything. That means a young youth, me even if I look so. So if we got to start think about the future now and...
More stress then.
Yeah, man. So here we're going, make the future.
Take care of itself. That's no problem. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed the interview. I'm sure Andrew can back me up on that. And we cannot wait to hear your performance. I can't wait to hear what songs you have performing for us.
I hope I can sing.
Oh please. Come on. Everyone knows you can sing.
Bless.
So we look forward to that. Thank you so much again for joining us. Again, guys, we are in the beautiful, exclusive location of The Knoll in Stony Hill, and we look forward to watching Chronixx perform. See you next time.
Bless.
Red light.
Rastafari never leave I alone, and even when the road get rough. Me say me never give up, I say there ain't no giving in. And when the going gets tough, I say the tough gets going. And could you believe it? Now give up, I say there ain't no giving in. Oh well, Rastafari guide I and I from the beginning. Oh well, yeah. A lot of youths in life say them can't take the pressure no more. Oh. But from here just in the most high, life a go get better, I'm sure. You jog up on the roadside, old Babylon say fi take up your bag and go. Boy, but we still not give up. Solid as a rock like a lunge, not give up. Say there ain't no giving in. Oh, no, go and get stuff, yeah. Go and get stuff, Lord. No give up. I said there ain't no giving in. Jamaica, Rastafari guide I and I from the beginning. Oh well, yeah. Teacher not get paid, does the government need for purge and process? Police not get paid, so them find it hard to serve and protect. All we get from this government is highlight bills and some robust taxes. And them still a pressure the youth run it hard. Don't. Ain't no giving in it. And when they go and get stuck, man, to above, yeah. La. Ain't no giving in. King Rastafari guide I and I from the beginning. Lord, I say my people, we've been facing struggles for so long. The people, oh please, I beg you, please. Since them have you down and you feel pressed down like whoa. Yeah, good God, now give up. Ain't no, yeah. I want to go over. Now give up, oh no, give up. Oh yeah, Rastafari, no. And I said there's only one king, and I have one thing to say. That is King Rastafari. I just lost, yeah. Do it, Joe. They don't know. They see me smile, they don't know what I feel inside. Only you know, yeah. Only you know, yeah. They see me smile, they don't know what I feel inside. Them say the dancing, them say the performance. No people see I life and no one. But them no know say more time it look dormant. And them no say I'm a belly me a crawl pan. Cause my mama just called me, tears in her eye. She never know I have a stage show tonight. Not even she see the face in my eyes. But we just go and put on the show. They don't know, they don't know. They see smile, oh yeah. None at all, only you know, yeah. Whoa. They see me smile, them don't know. Yeah, what? In the boiling sun, putting it on the streets. Righteous music, I putting it on the beat. But nothing no righteous about how life set. If you no know hard life, you no know life, yes. Papa just call me, poverty make him unscrew. Him never knows that me have an interview. But other than that, we still have put on the show, could you believe? They don't know us and they don't know. Ooh, boy. They don't know. Good God of mercy. They see me smile and see you smile, but they don't have an idea. And I say, only you know, baby. Only you know. They see me smile, they don't know what I feel inside. Yeah, Jussbuss.
Thanks for watching, guys. That was Chronixx. I hope you enjoyed this performance like I did. If you missed anything, of course, log on to jussbuss.com. Everything right there, same way. So just keep it locked. It's your girl Ray. See you next time.